5 signs that you are absorbing other people's emotions. Sign number 1. Whenever you are in crowded places, you feel nauseous. You feel as though you want to vomit, you have a headache, or simply you just want to be in a corner and not really socialize. Why does that happen? It's because in a crowd, you might be absorbing other people's thoughts, energies, and emotion, and that could make you feel overwhelmed, especially if you are unaware that you're a sensitive person, highly sensitive person, energetically sensitive person, and if you don't have the boundaries set, you can end up absorbing all of other people's emotions, thoughts, energies, and that can come into your energy body as data and information that you might not be able to process in a small time, which will end up making you feel nauseous, you'll have headaches, and you'd want to isolate yourself. So what would you do in such a situation, right? The best thing to do in such a situation is leave the situation. So if you have the opportunity to walk out from a crowd, walk out from a crowd. But if you don't, you're in a meeting, or it's like a professional setup, or it's a family function that you can't avoid, then what you can do is imagine a nice golden bubble around you and ask the bubble to protect you from other people's energies, emotions, and thoughts, so that in itself becomes a barrier and prevents other people's stuff to get into your body, and it will prevent you from being overwhelmed, right? Then, sign number 2 that you absorb other people's energy. You could feel anxious most of the times, and this anxiety could not actually be stemming from a past trauma or a current trauma. It could be so that because you aren't able to place boundaries, energetic, emotional, psychic, you would be taking in other people's energy, and your nervous system would be picking that up, and your nervous system would feel as though it's in a state of panic because you don't know what to do with so much information. And highly sensitive people and sensitive people have a different nervous system, one that needs a lot of time to process data, because it's like processing 10 cups of data in a single in a small time, whereas somebody who's not sensitive would not need that much time to process the same amount of information. So if you feel anxious all the time, it's because A, you don't have boundaries set, and B, it's because you aren't giving yourself enough time to process the data that comes into your nervous system, and that can look like anxiety attacks or a lot of information that is in your mind but it's unprocessed, and you would feel as though it's overwhelming, right? So what can you do about this again? Well, a simple hack for this is again placing a golden bubble around your nervous system. And if you're new to visualization, it might sound a little silly at first, but with practice the golden bubble will actually protect all your cells, including your cognition, your nervous system, your heart as well, and your circulatory system. All these systems are included in us feeling as though we are anxious, and it will prevent us from feeling so. And another thing that you could do is to journal daily, meditate, or have a slow day. Literally, the day you wake up feeling extremely anxious, give your nervous system the time to process the information it needs to and wants to process, right? Now, 3. What is the sign that you are absorbing other people's energy or emotions? Funny I mentioned energy. Emotions are also energy, by the way. So if you feel as though there's something inside your body, you can't tell if it's an emotion or like a thought. It could just be energy that's collected somewhere and could be bugging you. But another sign is that you could have chronic health issues. A lot of sensitive people can have chronic health issues like bone disorders, blood disorders, reproductive problems, gut health problems, because again they would be constantly absorbing other people's energy and emotions into their body, and the body can make it their own, and the body would be responding to excess emotional overload, stimulation, and emotions that are A, not your own, B, could be toxic for you, and C, if not processed, could lead to more severe health problems. And again, I'm not trying to scare you, but I am definitely saying that when we don't have boundaries set, we can absorb other people's emotions, and we can develop chronic health issues, especially if you're sensitive or highly sensitive. You could also be an empath. And empaths have mirror neuron systems. That means our neuron systems mirror other people's neuron systems. So if your friend has like a stomach ache, chances are you can make that stomach ache your own, and the next day you would also complain of that stomach ache, which is why it's very important to be cautious, right? So what can we do in such a situation? Well, with chronic health issues, it's a little tricky. I don't think a golden bubble would work, or reflection, meditation, or journaling would work so much. But what would work is healing, picking up a healing modality, Reiki, or any other healing, shamanic healing, or any healing that calls out to you. You can just learn that healing system and apply it to yourself, or get healing sessions. I offer Reiki sessions for sensitive and highly sensitive people, and often there are people who are chronically ill who need Reiki and respond to Reiki as well, because again, Reiki is very gentle, loving of a process, and it can truly support our chronic health issues and energy body, and it can clear out excess emotions, energy, thoughts of other people, and also prevent us from having chronic health issues. So if you're just at the beginning stage of a gut allergy, which empaths and sensitive people can have, I have gut allergies, but to make sure it doesn't get severe into a bowel disease or something of that sort, if you start working with a energy healing modality, energy clearing modality, it will also clear off excess emotions, and it would prevent you from having severe diseases. Right. Sign number 4, that you absorb other people's emotions. You can have bouts of emotions, unexplainable. You might feel severely vulnerable emotionally, and so much so that it might be difficult for you to do your day-to-day tasks, or you might feel as though you're not able to focus. You might feel sad all the time. You might feel anxious, which we spoke about some time ago, but you can also feel fearful. Extreme degree of fear is another sign that you would be emotionally overloaded, and could have like bouts of either sadness, or you feel like crying, or bouts of anger even, or irritability. So basically your emotions would be at an excess, and this happens because we tend to mirror other people's problems, and we can make it their own, make those problems our own, but also we can have extreme degree of compassion and empathy for other people. And if somebody is going through a tough situation, we can respond back by feeling as though we need to show a lot of empathy, to a point that our emotional body can respond quite in an extreme. Although I am all for emotional vulnerability, I just want to share that as a disclaimer. I love people who are emotionally vulnerable. I support it. I advocate for it. I also teach it. But what I'm trying to say is emotional vulnerability is in its place, but I'm talking about bouts that are uncontrollable, continuous for hours along. Those are the ones that we need to be careful of, right? So what can you do about this? Well, some people benefit from grounding themselves by imagining roots coming out of their tailbone, crossing their lower body, and going 6 feet into the ground vertically and horizontally. And staying in that stability gives them control over their emotions. I personally haven't benefited much from grounding myself when it comes to emotional overload. What has helped me is working with energy healing modalities like Reiki and angelic healing. That has helped me separate what's mine from what's not mine. And also, it has helped me build a stronger energetic body. So now I feel less sort of attacked by other people's emotions, and I'm using the word attacked quite cautiously. But when you're highly sensitive and you keep absorbing other people's emotions, sometimes I can actually feel attacked, especially if there's sad energy lingering around you and you've woken up as a happy person, but you in the middle of the day you feel like you're a completely different person, end up just absorbing others' energy and emotions. Another thing you can do is when you're emotionally overloaded, you can scribble. That's something I used to do a lot before, but now with time things have changed. But I used to scribble my emotions and I would just let them out. I would give myself the space to scribble. I would like take at least 3 pages to let my emotions out, and once I felt like I had fully vented them out, I would feel much better. So that's another practical solution, although you have to keep giving yourself reminders to do that every time you feel like you're in a bout situation. Right, what else? Sign number 4, that you are emotionally overwhelmed or have absorbed somebody's emotions, is that you could feel like you're not in control. And here I mean you would feel as though your decision making is impacted, your focus has been impacted, your clarity levels have been impacted. You might feel extremely foggy as well, and this usually happens when you have absorbed other people's emotions to a point that it's affecting your nervous system, or your body is signaling to you that, hey, we are at an excess, we need to let out something so that we can get on with our day, right? So you might feel as though you want to focus, you want to think right, or you want to think clearly, but you're unable to. And this is a very sort of a point where I empathize with a lot of people, because I've been in this place and it can feel extremely self-deprecating, almost as if you're not able to do something that's so basic. But I would like to share that you're not alone who feels that way. I used to feel that way, and with practice and time it has changed for me. I'm able to do many tasks with a lot of focus in a day, sometimes even without rest, but it has taken time and a lot of education, a lot of effort and a lot of practice. What can you do in such situations, right? I think the simplest solution is to stop everything that you're doing and stop criticizing yourself. I feel that when you're in such situations, the first thing we do is to start criticizing ourselves, get into the loop of, oh my god, what is wrong with you, or like this becomes like our inner dialogue, or why aren't you able to think straight, you should be able to do this, you're so old enough, you're so capable enough, or you're successful in this area, why aren't you able to do this, or just a loop of self-deprecating thoughts. So I told myself after a while of being in that loop that, hey, I'm not going to diss myself so much. So I would just stop everything I did, give myself some time to process the fogginess and soothe myself. I would like rub my hand, rub my chest sometimes, give myself a hug, write really gentle, kind notes to myself, just say I love you to myself, call in the angels and ask them for energetic support as well. And then when I would feel as though I am in a place of sort of accepting something that's more softer towards me, I would then meditate. Here I feel meditation helps. It has helped me to be cognitively clear, because I think meditation just raises our frequency and it can help us cut off from the chaos internally. And we must remember that this situation with cognition is tricky. We might sometimes feel like we're having a mental health issue, or as though we are not in the right mind, or that we have a severe mental health issue like bipolar disorder, schizophrenia. Even if we reached a point where our cloudiness or fogginess is really high, or a decision making has impacted severely. But I would encourage you to keep learning about high sensitivity and how it impacts people. Learn about the case studies and watch the content on my channel. You'll have so much content. You might find something that speaks to you, because then you can separate the experience you're having. Because I'm not saying that it could not be a mental health issue, but I'm definitely saying that there is a huge possibility that you can confuse, not by any fault of your own, information overload with a mental health issue. And I'm saying that because for the longest time I was under therapy and medication, and it was only in my late 20s did I realize that I was highly sensitive. And I really felt bad because I was under medication for almost 11 years before that, and I didn't needed it. So that's why I'm sharing this, as to please be careful before coming to the conclusion that you have a mental health issue. And lastly, sign number 5 that you could be absorbing somebody's emotions is that you could feel as though you need to take responsibility for everybody else's problems except for yours, but also for yours sometimes. And this happens because highly sensitive people, energetically sensitive people have really high levels of compassion, have really high levels of empathy, and have really high levels of resilience. And sometimes this resilience can end up making us feel as though we have the ability to take responsibility for everybody else's problems but ours, or everybody else's problems and ours. So what we can end up doing is we can sort of give away parts of ourselves to other people, or we can give away our time, our energy, to the point that we don't take rests, we don't take breaks, or we don't sort of give ourselves the care we need, or we allow other people to sort of bombard us with their emotions, their problems. And when we're constantly listening to other people's problems, we are actually absorbing their energy and emotions. We are giving their emotions and energy time, attention, and a lot of care. So I encourage you to make sure you're not falling in the trap of taking responsibility for other people's problems. And here it can happen very unconsciously as well. But with practice, learning about boundaries, setting boundaries, learning about self-love can help you understand how to cut off from taking responsibility for other people's problems. And another thing that you could do is always ask yourself, am I in the position to help this person right now? Am I happy enough with my goals, ambitions, health, finances, relationships, just in this moment with my emotional body or cognitive body, that I can help this person? And if the answer is no, not yet, don't take responsibility. So that's the simplest solution to that. Now, I hope this video was helpful. I thought it would just be a 10-minute video, but it ended up me sharing a lot of information. I hope you're able to process it. But I do hope that you find this video to be helpful and that you take away important tips and understanding as to why you've been feeling a certain way, especially if you've been critical of yourself here. Here's the answer. You're not going crazy. You're just a highly sensitive person like me, and you just need more care, my friend. That's all. And education and coaching and the right tools. But with time and practice, you will get better, I assure you. Thank you for staying with me for so long and watching this video, and I would appreciate it if you like, share and subscribe to my channel, and definitely drop a comment about your takeaway from this video. What was it? What did you like? What did you sort of realize about yourself? And if there is something you're going to practice, please share it with me. I'd love to know, and I'll definitely reply back to you. And please don't forget to make full use of the content in this channel. I have also opened 2 new channels, a channel about unicorn spirit guides to be more specific. It's called the Unicorn Way. The link for it is in the description of this video. And a channel about trees, nature and tree healing and tree Reiki that I offer. It's called Tree Babble, where we talk about everything under nature, tree guides, nature spirits. It's beautiful. Again, the link for it is in the description of this video. I'd love for you to be a part of all the 3 channels, because why not, right? And be a part and take part and also feel included, right? I hope you have a great day ahead, and I hope that you take care of your sensitive self. And if you do end up absorbing some emotions, it's okay. Cut yourself some slack. All right, bye.